Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of our Final Fantasy IX walkthrough playthrough. This is your host, Captain Ron Phillips, and in today's video we are going to show the last part here that we can do in between the main story from where we left off at the Festival of the Hunt in the city of Lindblum, to where we can go in our next area, which is where we will be supposedly still chasing where we think Princess Carnett and Captain Steiner have run off to. We will show you that here on the map. We are here at Lindblum at the gate here, running around outside, and on the last video, one of the things you could do in between story, we went to the Q's Marsh and we ran into our support character that you do not have to get. That was Quina, who is a member of the Q tribe, who basically are a tribe of chefs. Very interesting. And they love their frogs. So, we did that in the last episode, and we are supposed to go next story-wise here to Gizmaluk's Grotto. But today we are in the last bit here that we can do side quest wise, you don't have to do it, at the Chocobos Forest, which is way over here from where all the other action is. As you can see, I've got that right there. So today we are going to go see what the Chocobos have in store for us here in Final Fantasy IX. And if you're a Final Fantasy fan, you will know that the Chocobos are a main fixture of the franchise. You can hear it go. The Chocobos have many uses throughout Final Fantasy, mostly for riding. They also have different side quests that they can do with them for particularly each game. One of the more famous ones is that of Final Fantasy VII, which is where they do the Chocobo racing in the Gold Saucer Casino. And you also do the breeding. And of course, the more you breed, the better kinds of Chocobos you can get. And yes, here we are in Chocobos Forest. And of course, in Final Fantasy X, which is another favorite, everybody liked the Chocobo. You ran into the Chocobo trainer in the Calm Lands in order to get a final piece, the final piece of the ultimate weapon for Titus, your main hero. But Final Fantasy IX is a little bit more trickier. And we're going to discuss that here today in this video. As you can see here, Zidane is still looking for Princess Garnet. And we have just run into a Chocobo and a Moogle running around in the forest. In the Chocobo's forest. Now, just like I said in the last episode with Quina of Q, there are marshlands for the Quina, for the Q tribe, all across the world in every continent. And there, you saw the world map. That's just more than one. That's just one continent out of, I think, 5. So the world is a lot bigger than what it looks like. There are also Chocobo forests, or at least areas for the Chocobo for the stuff that we have to do here. He's being rather rude to the Chocobo here, kind of yelling at him. KWEH, yeah, that's their sound. And he's just going to get to the point here. Well, why don't we go ahead and figure out what our side quest is for the Chocobos this time, because for Final Fantasy IX, everything is not exactly as it appears, and is sometimes a bit more elaborate and hands-on, or trickier than what they usually are. So, we've got some Goshel greens, which is our favorite food, and he's sending us back out of the forest to some footprints that are all across the world, to use the greens and call Choco to bring them back and ride around on them. And you can see the footprints here; they're quite elaborate. They are all over the world and on all the continents. Excuse me, I apologize. I tend to stutter sometimes. So we're going to go ahead and call Choco back with the Goshel greens he just gave us. That Mayonnaise just gave us. There they are. Nice little purplish, weird carrot-looking thing. And we got Chocobo. There we go. And you just... And of course, you get on top of them. And the music changes. And it's got like this little kind of like salsa kind of like thing. It's kind of nice. It's nice that the Chocobos get their own theme. And of course, as you're noticing, as we're running around the world map, there are no fights. There are no random battles. That is one of the good things and bad things depending on the kind of player you are with the Chocobos. If you want to get somewhere out of somewhere in a hurry, Chocobo's your thing. If you like to grind and level up, Chocobo's not your thing. But the good thing about Final Fantasy IX is we have more than just running around the world map for our Chocobos. So why don't we go back to Mane and let's find out what his great secret is. Oh, he's being nice to it now. Yeah, what's the big secret? Once Chocobo chooses its master, it follows him forever. That's an interesting... Chocobo ran away from his last master. That guy was mean. Choco didn't like him. And you helped Choco escape, and now you're living together. Fantastic. Here's the thing. Has the ability to seek out treasures and items hidden underground. And will you help me? $60 or gil per game, and you keep all the items Choco takes up. Like, what are you talking about? Alright, well, let's pay the $60 and find out. And each minute, each game is 1 minute, and we're going to explain this to you here. And let's give it a try. We're going to go over the controls. The game is called Chocobo Hot and Cold. And I love the music for this, by the way. This game is just fantastic with music. You move around with the directional pad, you hit square for dig, and the Chocobo will literally dig like a shovel with his head into the ground. I thought maybe they'd use his feet, but that was probably too hard for the digital effects at the time. So he will let you know how close you are to a treasure every time you tap with square. And you can see when he just goes, nah, there's nothing. When he goes, nah, means you're close. When he goes, nah, it means you're really close. And then when he goes absolutely bonkers, you're right on top of it, and you start pressing square like crazy until the depth reaches 0. So, let's go play a game of Chocobo Hot and Cold. Let's see how bad I do. Let's start. Alright. Yep. Yep. There we go. We found an ore. And you get points for everything that you dig up. But he didn't say that. And the points depend on how rare the item is. And of course, as you go up, there we go. Echo screen. Potion. Time's up. So we got 3 items with ore, which is 2 points. Echo screen, which is a basic item, is 1 point. Same thing with a potion. You got 4 points. Now, as a side note, as he will explain here probably later, if you get a certain amount of items within a certain time limit, he will actually add you, I think, an extra 10 seconds, or he will double your points. Actually, I think now I think about it, he does both. So we didn't get our what we were after. So we're going to play it again. Because we have something we need to find. Well, it's got to be here somewhere. There we go. Oh, that one's deep. That's what we're looking for. Stone with patterns, 20 points. And because it's a bonus, we get 5 more points. And Chocobo's beak becomes stronger twice. Means he'll dig a little bit better. Oop. Some more Goshel greens, which is good. Screen. Ooh, I'm not gonna make it. That's okay. That's Chocobo Hot and Cold for you. So we got the Stone with Patterns, the Goshel Greens, the Echo Screen. So we got 27 points and 2 beak levels. That's pretty good. What's this Stone with Patterns? There's a picture of some location on the stone. This place must have tons of treasures. Why don't you go out of the forest and look for this place? It's free of charge, of course. Go outside and press triangle while you're riding the Choco to choose which stone you want to find. And then, of course, dig with square like we're doing here in the forest. And we're going to call it Chocograph. Yeah, Chocograph. That's what we're calling it today. Don't worry about it. There must be tons of treasures. Yes, there are. No, we're going to find more than cards. Don't worry. So let's take a look at this Chocograph we got here. Select. And it tells you the name of it. It's called Streamside. And you have up there at the top your Chocobo ability. Now he is just, right now, the basic Chocobo. He hasn't leveled up. He hasn't ascended to a next level since you don't get different Chocobos. This is the one Chocobo you get throughout the game. And he is just a basic field Chocobo. He can't run through water. He can't go up rocks or mountains. He can't stuff like that. So he just runs in the grass. And we have the one Chocograph in our inventory. And they will tell you which ability you need. And it says, go check where the river meets the ocean. And it kind of gives you a little picture there of where on the world map it is. And it's not too far away, if I remember right. So we're going to go take a look here. You have to run out of the forest to do it. And you see there on the top right there, we have it equipped over our world map there. And whenever you're on Chocobo, you can press square like you're doing Chocobo Hot and Cold. And dig. And it should be around here somewhere, yep. There we go. Underground treasure chest. Let's see what we get. 2 elixirs, 3 high potions, 4 ethers, 2 Jimenez boots. Very nice. Alright. Now let's go back to Mene and tell him what we did here. And see if he says anything. No, he won't. But that's okay. So, there are, just to tell you, I'm going to go ahead and play Chocobo Hot and Cold as I do this. There are multiple Chocographs here. And as you ascend or get a new level with Choco, you will come across other places in the world where you'll be digging as well. And they will also have multiple amount of these Chocographs, each one with their own specific item set and rarity. So it's not just a one and done, it's not just 10. I want to say there's 25 or 30 Chocographs. Boy, this one's being temperamental. There we go. And you can tell it's a Chocograph most of the time by how deep it is. Or a remedy. That's nice. I think that's my first remedy, which is probably why that one was so deep. That's alright. Got Goshel Greens and a remedy. 5 points. And now, to end this video, I will discuss with you the point system here that Mane has. And you can check your current points. And he tells you, this is the service I offer. I give you point for each item you find. Exchange points for items when you save up enough. So he'll tell you your highest score in what area, out of how many games you've played, your current points, and your exchange points. And he has a list of what you can get. Starting with the lowest, you can get Goshel Greens, which we'll call Choco. A Phoenix Pinion and is an accessory. Ore is just a stone. Ether, that gives you your magic points up. A Vigilance card, Vigilance card, I'm sorry. Yeah, I stutter. I'm sure that's a very, very good card. I've never gotten that before. The Wing Edge is for a character that you will get in what would be disc 2 or 3, I do believe. I'm not going to say his name right now. Protect Ring is one of the best equipments in the game, the accessories. And then, of course, for your mages, the Robe of Lords, which, as you can see, 10,000 points. That will take a while. But if you want to sit here and grind and grind and grind for quite a while, until there's nothing left in here, probably dig yourself into a dig yourself to China here. You'll get 10,000 points, but I wouldn't recommend doing it here. But yes, it's not a bad inventory of things to do. So at least anything you do with the Chocobo will reward you with something somehow. And there are more secrets other than just the Chocographs. And I will show you those, or you can see me do those while I am live streaming, most likely when I do the side questing stuff for the Chocobo on my Twitch account. That's at lowercase RLP_195. So that is it for today's video here. I appreciate everybody for stopping by, taking a look here, and playing a game of Chocobo Hot and Cold with me. Next video, we will finally be back live on YouTube when we are ready to go and set sail. And we are going to head back into the story, and we are going to follow our heroes, Zidane, Vivi, Freya, and Quina, into the door to Burmecia itself, Gizmaluk's Grotto. And oh boy, are we going to have fun with that. So everybody, that's all. Have a great day. Enjoy. Please hit the like button if you like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment if there's anything you like for me to do, anything you'd like me to change, anything you don't like what I'm doing. Please let me know by all means. You all have a great day. So long, everybody.